Welcome to the Oasis. My name is Mike, and this is the State of VR, your monthly recap of the most prominent VR gaming news. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, despite everything that's going on in the world right now. During these last few months, I feel grateful that we have access to this amazing technology with VR, to not only stay connected with friends and family, as both my brother and my dad have a Quest now, so we've been playing together where we can't meet up in real life due to lockdown restrictions, but also to serve as a way to briefly escape reality and immerse ourselves in a completely different world. Let me know if VR has been helping you get through some of these tough times in the comments down below. I'd love to hear some of your stories. It's certainly been an interesting month for VR, and I've got a lot to talk about in this video. I'll be talking about the sales of the Oculus Quest 2 exceeding even Facebook's own expectations, although it wasn't exactly smooth sailing, as there has been some issues with people getting locked out of their Facebook accounts, and the official Oculus Elite straps have been breaking, which I'll be talking about along with an alternative option. I'll also be giving you the details on a new PC VR headset that completely came out of nowhere, which has some interesting and unique features, and that headset is called the DecaGear 1. And then finally, to round up the video, I'll be talking about some disappointing news from PlayStation about their second generation PSVR for the new PlayStation 5 console. But before I get into the news, I want to highlight Population 1 as my VR Game of the Month, as it released on the 22nd of October. In this virtual reality take on the Battle Royale genre from developers Big Box VR, players will be dropping into a 1 kilometer square battlefield, scavenging for weapons, and fighting to be the only team left standing as the map closes in. The game supports 18 players, which are divided into 6 squads of 3, and it's cross-platform play between Quest, Rift, and Steam VR headsets. And it's just one of those games that keeps you wanting to come back for more. I found myself saying to my teammates, just one more game, and then the next thing I know, I've been playing for another hour, and it's this addictive and fun gameplay that makes me confident this game is going to be topping the VR game charts for some time. Sure, the game isn't perfect right now. Grenades are shot out of your hand instead of physically throwing them, there's little penalty for using weapons single-handed, and the reloading mechanic is overly simplified, but this is just the beginning, and I hope Big Box listen to the community feedback and tweak some of these mechanics over time. But everything else, like the flying, building, climbing, and most importantly, the shooting, feel great. Another standout feature of the game, in my opinion, is just how easy it is to match up with friends and play together as a team. And if you want to make new friends, simply fist bump a player in the game and they'll be added to your friends list. It's super simple. Big Box VR are planning to implement microtransactions in the near future, which has caused some controversy, but it seems to be for cosmetic items only, such as character and weapon skins. And they've reassured the community there won't be any items that support pay to win. They've also announced plans for in-game events, similar to what we've seen in Fortnite in the past, so I'm excited to see how this game evolves over time. If you're looking for a friendly bunch of people to team up and play with, check out my Discord, which is linked in the description down below. So now let's get into the news, starting with the Oculus Quest 2, as it launched this month on the 13th of October. Facebook recently had its Q3 earnings call, and the transcripts of these calls are made public, and during the call, Mark Zuckerberg himself touched on the launch of the Quest 2. He said, "This quarter, we also took major steps forward in building the next computing platform. We launched Quest 2, our most advanced virtual reality headset, right in time for the holidays. It delivers a real sense of presence, like you're right there with another person or in another place. And we've worked to make it accessible to more people. It's lighter, faster, has a sharper screen, and a new price point of just $300 US. Pre-orders have outpaced the original Quest pre-orders by more than 5 times and have surpassed our expectations." Now, it's great to see that the interest in VR is growing and that the Quest 2 is doing so well, but I'd love to see the actual sales numbers from Facebook, but they've been really tight-lipped about this information in the past, so I wouldn't expect to see that information anytime soon. However, we've also seen that VR game developers have been reporting huge increases in sales since the Quest 2's launch, and have also been leveraging the extra power of the Quest 2 to make enhanced editions of their games with high-resolution textures and frame rates. Although the 90Hz mode is still locked by Oculus at this point, but it can be unlocked using tools in SideQuest, which I detailed in my SideQuest video last week if you're interested in checking it out. I'm hoping that the growth in the VR industry and the success of both Quest 1 and Quest 2 will motivate other hardware manufacturers out there to work on some competition, as we really need that right now. A lot of people love the idea of VR and what it offers, but just don't like the integration of Facebook, and I respect their point of view, so hopefully we get an alternative, standalone hybrid VR headset in the near future. Whilst on the subject of Quest 2, I wanted to quickly share this funny fact that prior to the official announcement of the headset, to prevent leaks, Facebook sent out early dev kits to developers disguised as irons. I have some exclusive footage of the box thanks to a kind developer who uses the Reddit username IamNotMad. The box has the same dimensions as the final retail box, but the white outer sleeve shows an iron with hot and cold taps on either side. They've even branded it Sluco, which is an anagram of Oculus with a rounded logo. Inside the box it has some strange looking images and even some fake instruction manuals. I'm sure this is probably common practice amongst tech companies who don't want their new products to be leaked online, but it's just not very often we get to see them, so I thought it was worth sharing. The best comment that I got when I shared this image on my Twitter was someone asking if it was compatible with Steam. Bravo. The next bit of news is that some users have been reporting getting locked out of their brand new Quest 2 headsets because their Facebook accounts are getting banned by Facebook. Now, the issue seems to only affect a small portion of users, especially those that are just creating a brand new Facebook account to use the Quest 2, as it is a requirement to use the headset. Thankfully, most of the initial reports I saw posted to Reddit have since been resolved by Oculus and Facebook support. But if you've experienced something similar yourself, please let me know in the comments down below. Some good news though is that a highly discussed issue of using the same account on multiple quests at the same time, resulting in banned accounts, turned out to be simply an Oculus support operator's error, and here is what Oculus had to say about it on their official Twitter. Using the same Facebook account on 2 or more Oculus headsets simultaneously will not get your account banned. Having the same account registered to 2 or more headsets is not against the Facebook terms of service. So this confirms that it is in fact safe to play from the same account on multiple quests at the same time. So this means that if you happen to have 2 quests, maybe you upgraded to the Quest 2 and you still have a Quest 1 lying around, you can use them both on the same account to play some multiplayer games together with friends and family, such as Arizona Sunshine, Blast On, Cookout, and Rec Room, just to name a few. I'll add a link to a Reddit post listing all the games that allow a single account to be used in multiplayer in the description down below. The last bit of Quest news is about the official Oculus Elite strap and Elite battery strap, as it seems a number of people are having quality issues whereby the strap arms are actually breaking. Now, this originally started as a couple of posts on Reddit, and I initially thought it's just people mistreating their hardware or over-tightening the strap, but then more and more people were reporting the same issue. It seems cracks start to form on the strap's arms, which ultimately fails and then breaks in half, which is extremely disappointing, especially if you've dropped over $100 for the Elite battery strap, which only comes bundled with the official Oculus carry case. I haven't had any of these issues with the strap that I received personally, and I don't believe it's any different from the retail units, as it came in a retail box from Oculus. Since these reports surfaced, both Elite strap variants have been removed from sale and are now marked as unavailable on the official Oculus store, so it seems that Oculus are taking the reports seriously. I wonder if this is just a batch of manufacturing defects, or the design needs to go back to the drawing board to make it more sturdy, or possibly even use a stronger material. If you're experiencing these issues with your head strap, contact Oculus support, who are offering refunds or replacements. Whilst we're talking about straps, I should also point out that if you want to use the Vive Deluxe audio strap with the Quest 2, the mounts are now available if you don't have access to a 3D printer yourself. I haven't tested them out extensively myself, but they do offer 2 options, one that clips to the outside of the strap and one that encloses it on the inside. If you're interested, both options are available from businesscompanyvr.com, which I've linked in the description down below. The Vive Deluxe audio strap is a nice alternative, but it is expensive at around $100 US. And now let's move on from the Quest and talk about an interesting new PC VR headset that seems to have completely come out of nowhere, but has certainly piqued my interest. This new headset is called the DecaGear 1 from a Singapore-based company called Mega Dodo Simulation Games. Now I know the company doesn't exactly inspire confidence, but bear with me. This is a PC VR headset that boasts a 2160 by 2160 resolution per eye running at 90 Hz, which is the same as the HP Reverb G2. It uses 4 external cameras for inside-out tracking, similar to that of the Oculus Quest. It also includes controllers which look like the Oculus Touch controllers, and the Valve Index controllers got together and had a beautiful baby, combining the best features of both with a nice button layout, hand strap, and individual finger tracking. It also has IPD adjustment and native integration with Steam VR, which the company has reportedly worked on together with Valve themselves. But what sets this headset apart from what's currently available on the market right now is that it's built with VR multiplayer experiences in mind, as it features built-in eye and mouth tracking, including tracking your tongue, which is going to be great, particularly for social VR experiences like VR chat. The company are also providing a hip tracking module which they state provides more natural locomotion in VR, and an optional accessory called the DecaGear, which combines a 7,000 mAh battery that will run up to 6 hours with a wireless streaming capability, so you can enjoy VR without getting tangled up in wires, which I'm certainly very excited about. The company's CEO, Or Kuntzman, claims that privacy is a big focus for the company and that none of your facial tracking data will ever leave your PC, which is reassuring. All this apparently will be available for just $449 or $498 if you add the DecaGear module to the package, which sounds great, but just seems too good to be true. Right now, you can hand over your credit card details and put $10 down to reserve one of the first headsets, which they suggest will start shipping in May 2021. But at this point, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'm super skeptical and have doubts whether this completely unknown company can deliver so many features, particularly at such a low price. We've seen companies like this before with Pimax, for example, who overpromised and underdelivered, so my stance remains skeptical but interested. I'll be more than happy to be completely proven wrong, but skeptical for now. I'd love to know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And now onto the final bit of news, which is all about the PlayStation 5 and PSVR. Now, when the PS5 was first announced, I was really excited about the prospect of a second generation PSVR headset, as we've had some amazing titles on PSVR like Firewall Zero Hour, Resident Evil 7, Astrobot, Iron Man, and Blood and Truth, just to name a few. But as VR technology evolved with inside-out tracking and better controllers, the PSVR was kind of stuck and really started to show its age. You got to remember that the PSVR was originally released way back in 2016. So I was hopeful that Sony would come to the market after the release of their new PS5 console with a new VR headset with new controllers and inside-out tracking, as we've been getting snippets of information about it being in the works behind the scenes for some time, which I've talked about on previous episodes of the State of VR. The president and CEO of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, gave an interesting statement during a recent interview with the Washington Post about the situation, and this is what he said. I think we're more than a few minutes away from the future of VR. PlayStation believes in VR, Sony believes in VR, and we definitely believe at some point in the future, VR will represent a meaningful component of interactive entertainment. Will it be this year? No. Will it be next year? No. But will it come at some stage? We believe that, and we're very pleased with all the experience we've gained with PlayStation VR, and we look forward to seeing where that takes us in the future. So it looks like a second generation PSVR won't be coming this year or even next year, which is disappointing to say the least. If you still plan to buy a PS5 console, you can use your old PSVR headset with it. However, you'll need a camera adapter from Sony, which they're providing for free. You have to apply for one online and they'll send it out in the post, and I'll add a link to apply for the adapter in the description down below. Although, it doesn't seem at this point that connecting your old PSVR to the PS5 will benefit from the console's upgraded hardware, which is also a real shame. Upload VR also confirmed recently that sadly the PS5 versions of both Hitman 3 and No Man's Sky won't have VR support through the PSVR, and instead you'll need to use the PS4 versions in backwards compatibility mode to work with your PSVR headset. Right now we don't have any details on any native PS5 games supporting PSVR, which again is a real shame. I have to say, personally, my excitement around the new console has diminished right now, and I can't see myself ordering the new PS5 console until their plans for VR in the future is much, much clearer. And that is it for the State of VR for October 2020. An interesting month for VR. A new headset called the DecaGear 1, the standalone VR market is thriving with Quest 2, but it's disappointing to see PlayStation bow out with no clear plans for VR's future on their new platform. If you're excited for VR and you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. To keep up to date on all things VR, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.